Hi and welcome to another episode of Ghosts of England. Today we check out 12 real ghost reports from the county of Suffolk. Number 1. Airborne Battle. I'll start off this episode with a report that's nearly 400 years old. On the 4th of August in 1642, the skies over Adelberg were lit up with gunfire battling on overhead. Loud bangs and crashes could be heard and a large stone fell from the sky. What exactly happened that night is unclear. Granted, it may have been put down to a small meteorite impact, but surely that wouldn't explain the sounds of gunfire. Number 2. Man walking his dog. Back in the 1940s, when the witness was a young boy, they report that one day while walking down Callowhill Lane in Ampton, that they were walking alongside a man out walking his dog, but both the man and the dog suddenly disappeared without a trace once they reached the end of the lane. It would appear as though even in death, man can't help going out for a walk with his best friend. Number 3. One-Legged Priest. A house in the village of Ashill was reportedly haunted by a one-legged priest. The house acquired media attention in 1974 when police responded to a burglar alarm going off within the property. But when they arrived, all they could find was a set of one-legged footprints walking up to the wall and finishing. Number 4. Phantom Dog. During the 1910s, many reports from the town of Barham came in from people saying that they had encountered a rough-haired dog with large yellow eyes that would follow the witnesses as they walked along. A few people had claimed to have tried to scare the creature away by hitting it with a stick, but the hit would fail to make contact as the stick would pass straight through the animal. Another set of reports say that the dog would disappear by running straight through a brick wall. Number 5. Crown Inn Poltergeist. The Crown Inn, located in Beccles, is said to have its own poltergeist, that many people have witnessed in many different circumstances. Some have witnessed hearing a phantom figure running up and down the stairs within the building, while others have watched as pictures would fall to the floor with no apparent reason. And while the upstairs is empty, people below can hear someone walking around the rooms above them. Number 6. Huge Talking Figure. There is an interesting report from a group of witnesses from Aspel Farm in Beck Row. They say that one night at the farm, a large figure appeared in front of the group and said to them, "Don't fear me, fear what follows me." The figure then vanished without a trace, followed by a large gust of wind that pushed hard against the witnesses. Now that would mess with my mind. It really would. Number 7. The Queen's Head. The Queen's Head in Blyford has had many reports over the years. Small blue balls of light have been seen floating around the first floor, disappearing through the walls. And back in 1969, the manager and a room full of customers heard a loud crashing noise coming from the upstairs. The group quickly went upstairs to investigate but could find nothing unusual. And since this date, loud sounds had frequented the building, disturbing anyone within the building at the time. Number 8. Spooked Animals. The Priory in Blyberth is said to be haunted by phantom footfalls that can be heard just outside of the Priory doors, but whenever the footsteps are investigated, there is no one around that could have made the noise. Also, on the grounds of the property, there is supposedly an area where the animals will not tread. They become unsettled and spooked whenever they are near this area. Perhaps they can sense something otherworldly about this spot. Number 9. Woman in White. In areas around Westwood Lodge in Blyberth, many people have reported encountering a ghostly woman wearing white silk. The reports came in so frequently that 3 police officers even set up a trap during the 70s to either prove or disprove the existence of the White Lady. And even though strange noises could be heard, ultimately the police saw nothing, but that still hasn't stopped people believing in the Phantom Lady in White. Number 10. Georgian Red Bricked House. There is an odd report here of a phantom house. An area north of the church in Bradford St George, many people have claimed to have seen a Georgian red brick house stood in the middle of a field. At first, nothing would seem odd about the sighting, but the entire house would then slowly disappear into mist. The first sighting of this phenomenon is a report that dates back to 1860. Now, how exactly does an entire house haunt an area? The mystery may never be known, but if you, the viewer, has any theories, please feel free to express them in a comment below. I look forward to reading them. Number 11. Teenage Boy. A witness driving down the A1065 towards Lakenheath, just leaving Brandon. The driver briefly looked into a rearview mirror to see a young teenage boy roughly 14 years of age sat in the back seat of her car. Shocked and frightened, she immediately turned her head around to look in the back seat properly, only to find that the phantom boy had disappeared. My thoughts? How on earth do you witness something like that and not end up crashing the car? If I saw something like that, I would roll the car, honest to God I would. And finally for this episode, number 12. Faceless Man. In the 70s, two young boys playing in a wooded area running alongside Horringall Road in Bury St Edmunds reported that they saw a man wearing a black suit and bowler hat walking towards them with a walking stick. Though oddly dressed, the man was nearly mistaken for just a normal person, until the boys noticed that the man in question had a completely featureless face. The two young boys quickly climbed up a tree and hid out of sight until the man had passed them by. And I don't blame them, that would freak me out. And that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, have a good day. If you like the video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe.